We're back. It's Peyton Pendulum, Heroes and Hooligans, Thursday night. Welcome back. We are in Matria, and we're going to do something a little bit different tonight. You know, I feel like D&D is about the players, but tonight we're going to give a little bit of love to the NPCs. That's right. Tonight's going to be NPC only night. So here's what we're going to do. The party has arrived in Matria. It's got a unique culture. We're going to explore that culture instead of sort of your classic party goes and interacts. We're just going to all improv tonight, and we are going to play the people of Matria. I will fill in throughout the evening with a few people that we will meet. Matria is a classic place. It's a paradise. It's a veritable paradise. It is where people who have achieved sort of stability financially in life, they will go and retire to the shores of Matria. So let's start with we're on the beach. We're on the beach, and fortunately, you know, this beach is a wide lagoon, and there are three types of sand here, three types of beaches. There's a black sand beach, there's a green sand beach, and there's a pink sand beach. But watching over everyone, you know, all of the elderly folks, sometimes there's a rip current. Well, you know what? Watching over everyone is Handuk. Handuk, why don't you tell us a little bit about why you have to be careful in the ocean?
Well, there's so many dangers. Did you know that even though it looks nice and warm here, that actually the water will circulate the heat out of your very body 5 times as quickly as the air would. So you may be fine in 60-degree air for, some time, yes. But if you go into 60-degree water for maybe less than not that long, then I may have to dive in very heroically and pull you out of the water.
Yes, I do enjoy a cup of tea to warm up after a dip in the ocean. Ooh.
Yes. You must not let your core temperature get below its normal levels.
Yes.
It's not good for your health.
That's right. Oh, yes. Say, what are you talking about?
Well, it's just that's just one of the dangers, you know? I mean, sometimes large biting fish would get into the lagoon.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fish. Yeah. You know, I was a land creature myself. I'm Bernie. I was a milkman. All my life, you know, it's funny how life works. Spent my whole life delivering milk. Here I am in paradise, drinking coconut water. Who'd have thought?
Yes, it's much. I call it coconut milk. It's very nutritious. It's good in calcium and other fiber and things. In addition to double hydration potential. And it will prevent you from freezing in place if you have hypothermia. Excuse me! You must come in a little closer. Come in. Oh, some sort of emergency going on here.
And here I thought, relaxing on the beach after a long, hard life of doing the things that I had to do was going to be relaxing. But no, I got to listen to this guy yelling. Pipe down, would you, young lad?
Excuse me, darling, have you got a light?
Oh yeah, I'll push this big cigar towards you.
Oh, heavens, I've already got my own. I just need a light. Or is yours
Yeah.
already? Oh, okay. Thank you, doll.
I much prefer Andy to Doll. Thank you.
Oh, heavens, I apologize. I didn't know.
Well, now you do.
Andy, pleasure to meet you. I'm Gladys.
Nice to meet you, Gladys. As long as you're not as loud and raucous as that young fellow over there, you'll be all right here.
Oh, heavens, no. My Archie, he'd be loud as a drum, but me, I prefer to take it easy.
What does Gladys look like?
Gladys is a small, raisin-esque beauty. She has pretty short hair, kind of like a. Do you know the kind of stereotypical like old woman fro kind of cut?
Yes.
Yeah, that. She has on a nice, very pleasant green summer dress and a very large pistol at her hip.
Nice.
She is constantly taking very long drags off of a cigarette, and thankfully has no hole in her throat.
Yeah, so you're talking to Andy, which is short for Andromache. She is from the steppes of Bremer, and she is a giant hulking minotaur. And she has sort of a fairer reddish color tint to her minotaur fur there. And you can see some streaks of well-earned gray through there too, right?
Yeah,
Her horns
right.
are a little dulled down some. And she's drinking a pina colada. And resting in the sand next to her is her faithful great axe, which is shaped a little different than normal. The head of it is more circular. And it's kind of like the blade tips almost form a full circle where it is there. It's pretty nifty. It's resting in the sand. She is towards the black sand because all those years of battle may have given her a little bit of anxiety.
Ah. Well, Gladys has sat down in a nearby chair. Whether somebody had claimed it or not, doesn't matter. That's Gladys's chair now. And you don't quite know where she was keeping it, but she has begun knitting. She's working on a already rather large sweater. But Gladys doesn't drink.
The gods already gave me a vice, honey. I don't need two.
Listen, I'm enjoying all of the relaxation I could possibly ever enjoy. Never had drinks like this on the battlefield. You got fermented yak's milk, and sometimes you were lucky enough to get some water with lime juice in it.
Say, Handuk, is that your name?
Yes.
You ever have to rescue anybody?
Didn't you just see that emergency?
Yeah, well, I used to do a little bit of the old first aid arts back in my day. I was on the cleanup crew in Broadwalk. Every morning, we'd shovel through town and we'd throw the drunks or the corpses sometimes into the cart, clean up the streets, get ready for the next party.
That sounds like a lot of work.
Oh,
I like
you were
my
a
job.
cleaner? You
I
were a
mean-
cleaner, doll?
I was part of the cleanup crew. That's right.
Oh, that's fantastic. They used to call me a cleaner, too.
I just love sitting on my lifeguard stand and looking down at these lovely lounging lizards on the beach. Does it get any better? Oh,
Lizards? Who you call a lizard, young man?
it's just the way you all lay there and then you stick your little pink tongues out to wet your lips in the sun, just like a lizard. Oh, it's so nice being here. Relax.
Why, I don't know what you're talking about.
You see, from up here on my lifeguard stand, I see everything. Sometimes
You
I
see
come
the
up here at
sandwich
night.
cart?
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
You see the sandwich cart from up there? I'm hungry.
Oh, let me see past the mangrove. I've always said that they should have the cart be able to go through the mangrove section, you know, but this boardwalk is too narrow for the cart to come through to have a proper, really slushy drink, you know?
Well,
I
maybe
don't
at the
see the
next
cart.
council meeting you can suggest that.
This is a big problem, actually.
Yeah, it is a real big problem. It means I got to get off this beach to get a sandwich.
It's a shame, really. Do they have any of those adorable little cucumber and mayonnaise sandwiches on the cart? I didn't notice last time.
Cucumber and mayonnaise. What kind of sandwich is that? You need one full of meat.
Oh, I already had some meat this morning, darling. I had bacon with pie eggs. I'm trying to watch my cholesterol.
That's good. Can't forget to take care of yourself.
Yeah, health is very important.
Yeah, we may be retired, but we still need to stay healthy. I plan on living a long time. In fact, from what I hear, there's a guy in a tower. He's working on the. Well, I shouldn't say this. He's working on the key to immortality.
Oh, I heard of him.
Whoa.
Just gotta survive until he invents it. He's almost there, I hear.
I wouldn't count on it. It'd be nice, though, wouldn't it? Of course, right? Of course, it'd be great.
Yeah, I mean, surviving all those battles, it'd be a shame to let some mortality take this life away, wouldn't it? Die of old age instead of inglorious battle. The blood of your enemies dripping from your horns.
Well, I think it'd be lovely to see my grandchildren's grandchildren.
Oh. There's no
I thought it
children
was
here.
lovely
Oh.
Dude's grandchildren.
Say what, doll? I'm a little hard of hearing.
Oh, I can't take you serious. I said, let me speak up for you over there, Gladys. I said, I found it more pleasurable in life to never produce heirs to have grandchildren.
Oh, I see. Well, me and my Archie, I fell in love, and, every girl, you might do something stupid for love. But my dear Archie, we had a little baby, and he's grown up on his own, and he's having his children, so, I'm a grandmother, and it'd just be delightful to see my grandchildren's grandchildren.
Oh, that's so true. I have, well, let's see. There's, I had kids young, and then they had kids young, and then they had kids. Well, it's hard to keep track. Oh, and when I look back at it, I was really focused on my career and logistics for the company, and we would move things around, and next thing you know, you've got great grandchildren? I don't know anymore.
Oh, trust me, darling. I completely understand. I was pretty old when me and Archie had our first. Was focused on the career, couldn't get caught by the cops. You know how it is.
Oh, the cops.
Well, I mentioned I was a cleaner early, right, darling?
Oh. One of those kind of cleaners. Oh.
Yeah, it's just so hard to have a family when you're in the murder for hire
You
business.
left.
I'm glad I left all that behind.
You left some
darling.
messes for me. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, you said you was in Broadwalk?
Yeah.
Oh, that was my stomping grounds. I
Oh,
think you
yeah.
guys had a cute little nickname for me. The butcher or something?
No. Why? If I was a younger man, I'd haul you back there myself.
Oh, honey, if I was a younger woman, you'd have a hole in your head. Now, don't spoil the beach with all this unpleasantness.
Oh, something, statute of limitations.
That's right, statute of limitations.
Excuse me, one moment. I must do this test on the water. Let's see. Okay. Guess what? Perfect.
My bunions will be cured. Splash, splash, right into the water.
I would say this is a healing water at this point.
You see, at this point, about half a dozen, maybe 8 people with their walkers moving towards the water. And they get into the water and slowly they don't need the walker anymore. And then they just start wading in. Next thing you know, they're swimming.
Ah, my lovely lizards swimming in the ocean.
And they're just having the best time.
How beautiful they are.
The laughter is almost childlike.
Oh my. Any moment they'll be breaking out the water aerobics.
Sorry.
Not too far. Not too far now.
Mr. World,
Yes.
do we have access to today's Matrian news? Like the activities in the clubhouse, what time the retiree luau is going to be, any little news or information about the city? Do we have any of that accessible? Maybe like a paper or something?
Yes. In fact, I think there's a megaphone voice about to come on and make an announcement. Handuk?
Announcing. Water volleyball in the south side of the Green Lagoon. Thank you.
Shuffleboard starts in 45 minutes under the coconut tree.
Oh, look,
shuffle.
Look, they're bringing the card up. Not the big card, the inferior card, but still a cart. Oh, look at all the refreshments upon it.
And you see 6 to 8 spry people sprint out of the water and run over to get some refreshments. They look the same, but yet their movements are just completely rejuvenated.
I look back at the test strips. Ah, you see? You see, it's healing water. It says it on the test strips.
Oh, fiddlesticks! My fingers are locking up on me. And we'll set the knitting down and go and kind of wash her hands around in the water a little bit until the arthritis is gone.
It's amazing.
You almost feel like you could carve up a target. What would you call it? Not target. That's not
A
the
mock.
Right, a mock. That's right.
Oh goodness, I feel like a young woman again. Does anyone have some piano string? I'm feeling nostalgic.
Well,
Yeah, I just carry piano strings around in my bag.
they haven't put piano on the beach yet, but I mean, I don't see why we shouldn't have a piano down here.
Oh, if I had a piano, oh, I used to tickle the ivories, boy, did I. Oh, I could really hammer out some tunes right now.
Oh, I should show you my Archie. He's a killer on the saxophone.
They should have that young lad, Barry Manatee, come and play the piano for us.
Oh, Barry Manatee, he is such a swooner, isn't he?
He is.
He just
He makes
melts.
me think my retirement.
Ooh. They have to make sure that people are sitting down.
Oh, I feel like I could smoke 5 more packs before my cough comes back. That's lovely.
Pigeon News Network. Hey all folks, I'm coming here from the beach at Matria. I said the beach at Matria. This just in, Livka Viviariandi is working on a solution to aging and death. Everyone here is excited for it. To quote Livka, if we can reverse aging, we don't have to die. Folks, what's your name?
I'm Handuke.
Handu, what do you think of the news that we can reverse aging?
Well, I think it's probably a good idea. Because everybody I work for will be able to get to live forever, even me.
And you, miss, is it Gladys? Did I overhear that?
Oh, that's right. It's Gladys doll. I just think it's a peachy idea. Because, if we live forever and then don't have to die, that means that I could see little RJ, A-R-J-A-Y. He's named after his father, Archie, Archie Jr. And then there's Archie the Third, and then Archie the Fourth. So, Archie the Fourth. I could see little Archie the Fourth's grandchildren, too. I think that'd just be great.
Truly stupendous. And you, is it Andy?
Yes, Andy, that works.
Living
Living
forever.
Living forever gives me more time to join the local shuffleboard team, to use my battlefield prowess and strategy to become the best shuffleboarder there ever was in all of Matria. More time for competition. Hell.
Anyone else have an opinion about living forever? Seems great.
Sounds like necromancy. Pretty certain that we'll have to do with that like we normally do.
Wait,
That's rather negative.
what do you normally do?
Well, I'm sure Gladys can tell you.
And your name?
Lila,
Lila. Tell us about yourself, Lila.
what's there to tell? Just here to relax and hear what rumors there were about.
I see. Well, you heard it here first. Folks, living forever. I'm not here to tell you if it's a good thing or bad thing, but I'm going to tell you that it's coming. It's the next thing. Until next time, Pigeon News Network. Boop, 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 boop.
I just love having the news delivered. It saves me from having to leave this glorious black sand beach and walk all the way back to town. I've been thinking about singing a song. We should do some karaoke. What do you say? We're all feeling rejuvenated. We could do some beachside karaoke.
Oh, I should go find my Archie if we're gonna do karaoke. I think he brought his saxophone.
You hear from the back. Play Mashula.
Oh, God. No, thank you. I was thinking more along the lines of Copacabana, but
It's like Freebird, but worse.
yeah. the Matrian Freebird, or the Benalian Freebird.
Yeah.
Not free an elder god.
I mean, Leonard Skinner's basically an elder god at this point. Collectively.
Oh, stars.
Uh,
What else is there to do around Matria? I mean, I heard about the healing sands and waters, but
Well,
what else
do you
is
like
well, there's gotta be something else having some
you
sort
like-
of appeal.
do you like mahjong? I know this lovely little mahjong parlor. Though if you're new to the game, I will admit it's not gonna be very fun. The ladies who play there, real killers. All of us. We used to be murder for hire. So, if you're new to the game, you're not gonna have a whole lot of fun. But I think we could maybe find you a table to go soft on a newbie. Anyway, if you want to learn mahjong, you should come with me.
Sounds terrible.
Oh, I
Let's
promise
do it.
it's fun. Yeah.
But we have to do it before this evening's crochet circle because I'm trying to pick up on some new skills, to turn this battle hardened prowess into some sort of relaxation.
Gladys swallows the end of her cigarette. Oh, darling, trust me. I know a thing or three about crochet. And before you can even look back, there is already a new one lit in her mouth.
That's disgusting. That's disgusting. I'm gonna gag. Both IRL and in character.
Well, I didn't want to lit on this lovely beach. Upset Mr. Lifeguard up there in his nice chair. So, I don't see a trash can, do you? Oh, it's never hurt me before.
well, Gladys, it won't hurt you. You don't have to worry about it, really, because now you'll be able to live forever.
See? I'm gonna live forever. Just like the nice man said.
These clams are so good.
Oh, they are delicious.
So good.
I especially
Have
love
you had
lemon
the-
chowder.
Have you had the Brussels sprouts? I heard they were growing them in that new hydroponics farm they put together with that that fertilizer they were using. I don't remember what it's called. It sounded like shit to me.
Oh, that
Brussels
was a
sprout.
big. Oh, that was a big controversy. Do you remember? Because no one wanted it in their backyard. Do you remember?
Are you sure that one's not just a haven? A tax shelter?
It probably was, but I certainly know that Miss Gladstone was quite upset that it was placed in her very backyard view. I mean, to
know.
look at a Brussels sprouts field all day long.
It's funny because I heard I used to be in logistics. I think I mentioned that. Used to be in logistics. Spent years organizing shipments, and I still have a few contacts. And somebody told me that the fertilizer hasn't shown up. They haven't gotten any fertilizer in weeks. They're very worried about the crops this year.
Ooh,
Oh, that's just awful. I'm sure some heads are gonna roll over that. Metaphorically, maybe.
Huh.
Probably not.
interesting. A lack of food and immortality combined. We should make sure we tell some of the council about this this problem. It makes the people nervous. It makes me nervous a little bit. You think
You
about
know what they
change-
should do? They should send us seasoned old veterans to solve the problem. That's what they should do. My blade just itching to get back into it. I feel rejuvenated. I've been in these healing waters. We could do it. Let's do it.
Oh, I don't know. I hung my pistols up almost like 2 decades ago. I don't really kill no more. Ever since I met my Archie.
Oh no, I'm here to save lives.
Well, running
Have you
out of
ever-
food isn't lives.
Well, do you have a little garden where you live? You could always grow some of your own. I grow some tomatoes and zucchini, a little bit of peas. I can't really get those to grow too good though.
Andy's gonna hold up her hands, and you're gonna see her thumbs, and they're definitely gonna be brown and not green. No, she has no garden.
Well, if we could increase, we might have to perhaps reduce some of the recreational spaces, which account for 95% of the entire landmass. And we may have to include some more farms, even if it disturbs people's backyard views. That's
Now-
what I think.
Now,
Well-
I was a
I don't want to get in trouble with these views, though.
I was a brewer, and I've thought about making a few craft casks, but the earth here is very sandy. It's not very good for. It's not a natural farmland. The fertilizer is important indeed.
Well, maybe they should send somebody to investigate why the fertilizer isn't coming.
Oh,
Whenever
I
we
would-
were with our
I-
wagon,
shuffleboard in
Shuffleboard in 30 minutes under the coconut tree.
well, it sounds like I'll be solving the food mystery after shuffleboard.
Oh, what a good place.
Bocce ball on the pink sands in 25 minutes.
What tarnation's bocce ball?
Oh, it's wonderful.
Well, that's a great explanation. It taught me
Well,
exactly
it's
how to
like- Have you ever seen the bowling game? They have great halls with these long avenues where you throw a large stone marble ball down an aisle. And this is much like that, but except it's on the dirt or packed sand.
That's right. You know, when I was a milkman, I didn't have a lot of hobbies. It's the kind of thing you work day and night. But now, champion bocce ball.
That's what I
That's
heard.
right. You know, I'm a champion every season, despite having a new teammate every year. Keep
That's-
losing them.
That's right. You brought the trophy down and showed it to us
Oh,
all.
you want me to go get it? I'll go get it and show it to you.
Oh,
I'll go get it right now. I keep
Yeah,
it. I
bring
keep
back
it well.
sandwiches.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Go to the big cart, not
little
the
warm-
little cart.
Little
The
warm for
big
mayonnaise
one.
today. And sometimes the
Give me a
the person
lobster
that's-
roll. Give me a lobster roll.
now, do you want the lobster roll with mayonnaise because it's a little warm?
Mm-mm.
Warm
I
today?
want just the lemon juice on it
Lemon juice. Oh,
and,
okay.
and oil.
All right. Oh,
And
Bernie.
you better ask Gladys if she needs a pack of cigarettes.
Bernie, you're a
I'm gonna
delivery
need
man.
another pack.
She needs a Bernie's.
You're a delivery man in life, and here you go fetching stuff for people.
Oh,
But it's all worth it if they'll look at your trophy.
yeah, get the trophy. Yeah.
Just don't take all weekend, Bernie.
And watch out for that one step, that one kind of step that's not quite the same height as the other.
Oh, my ankle. Oh, somebody get me to the water. My ankle. Oh, drag me to the water.
Oh,
You see?
all right. I jumped down and started dragging him.
Oh, get me to the water. Oh,
Get him in
get me
there.
Oh,
Take
These
your
people
time.
are
Take your
turning-
time.
purple
It's
and,
okay.
and green, them not rising on his foot. You get him into the water, and then he within 5 minutes he's feeling good, and ready to go fetch his trophy again.
You see that? This is how we live here in Matria.
You know, I've been thinking about it. Curious, more and more curious of this young lad who's trying to cure death.
Well, it said they were a wizard, right? Wizards are always so strange.
Yes, but by my experience, wizards who toy with the lines of life and death usually end up crossing into places they have no business being. And that could prove potentially dangerous for those of us. Ah, fuck it. I want to be young forever.
Did you hear about what happened with the wizards? The other wizards?
Oh, them fellas in that tower? Oh, nasty, dreadful one, that.
Oh, terrible business.
Yeah, very awful. Very sloppy, too. They
We
just
should
left the
make
bodies
sure-
everywhere.
Oh, we should make sure this one doesn't, because he's gonna keep us alive.
You know, that is very true. I might have to give some old friends a call.
I didn't think about that.
He's
You know-
probably going to become famous. The only living, the boy who lived.
You know,
Maybe the wizard will come to our beach and stay nice and close to the water so that he may be safe from injury. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Miss Goldstone is Miss Goldstone? Oh, okay. Whew. Ooh, she's on the beach. Okay.
Oh, it slipped out a little bit, but it's fine. It's back in. Now, Dookie, you're so young and fit. How old are you?
57?
Oh, to be so young again.
Oh, it's
Oh, I remember then.
now my question is if they're talking about the age, I mean, will I get younger?
find out.
I guess we really better keep this wizard safe and sound.
Oh, if I could go back to any age, what age would you go back to? Oh,
Oh, I remember when I was 23. Oh, I had this one job. I wore a raincoat and I walked right up to him in the bar. Blew a trench through his noggin. Walked clean out, no one could even tell. Just dropped the raincoat off. No, those were the days. Jazz was everywhere. Everyone had nice suits and sharp cigarettes.
Yeah,
They used to
everybody
not
talks
cut
so
them, you
much.
know. They used to not filter them, and I swear they were better for you.
Hmm.
I mean, you're here.
I think if I had to choose the perfect age, I would pick 34. I was the oldest in my tribe, the oldest woman in my tribe, that was, and also the most seasoned veteran on the battlefield. I had just made captain of our guard, and I really enjoyed that position. To be so young again, 35. It was just almost yesterday.
Oh, I know exactly how you feel. People used to pay me thousands in gold just for, one little, stick and run. It was so easy back then.
Thousands of gold, and you couldn't have picked a better habit?
What do you mean? Oh, I've been smoking since I was 12, darling.
What about that one famous playwright, Charles Sheenster? He had his own vice too, but he had a lot of gold, so he didn't do, what was it? I don't know, Dust of Angels or something like that. Some fancy rich man's vice.
Oh, well, you see, Dust of Angels is really bad in my line of work. It dulls you a little bit up top when you're off of it. And, in my line of work, one sloppy move and suddenly you're the one 6 feet under or feeding the fishes. So I always needed to make sure, I could do something where I was sharp. The cough didn't even set in until I was 60. And by that point, I had already met my Archie.
Where is Archie?
Oh, I think he's playing chess or something with the boys at the park.
Playing chess when there's a beach? Sounds like nonsense to me.
Well, my Archie was never a real big fan of the water, Ever since he almost drowned as a wee lad, he just never really liked the beach very much. Occasionally, I'll drag him out here just to get him in the water a little bit so that the Alzheimer's leaves him alone. But, I don't want to force him too much.
Hmm.
Yeah, he's always been more of a museum or play kind of guy, you know. I love the beach though. The weather's pretty, the people are beautiful, the water just feels fantastic.
Let's go play some shuffleboard. I just got into town recently, and I haven't really explored much. I want to learn more of Matria. You know,
Oh sure.
Shuffleboard starting in 5 minutes under
Oh.
the coconut tree.
And Gladys will put out the remains of her current cigarette. She's been through at least 5 since you've noticed the last time she changed them. She will put the remains of her current cigarette out in the palm of her hand and pocket the cigarette. Let's go play shuffleboard, darling.
so Mr. World,
Yes.
coming away from the waters and stuff at the beach and moving towards, the coconut trees where shuffleboard is. What other kind of things can you see around? Like, is there like other buildings or stuff kind of close to our area?
Yeah, so what you see are a lot of low single-story cabana huts.
Okay.
A lot of little individual spots, and they're peppered throughout. And you do have quite a number of service staff who are quite young, running around, making sure everyone has what they need. And there is, I mean, you've been around, you've retired here, so you know all the nooks and crannies and the little pathways and the little secret spots, nooks and crannies. But there are just there are little shops. There are it's just a very relaxed atmosphere. There are a lot of people. People come out different times of the day. Not everybody's out sunbathing in the middle of the day. And it's a relaxed atmosphere, slow pace, and there is you are aware of where the tower is, the wizard tower. You are aware that is a thing that exists.
And based on like the things that we know about retiring here, is it like, is the current life expectancy in Matria as a Matrian citizen still higher than other places, which is
No.
what put
Well,
people, or simply the availability of the healing waters that brings older folks here?
it's the climate. It's the waters are certainly a draw for people to retire here.
Okay.
This is not a harsh climate. This is a place where you can hang out, and if you've got the money, you can certainly come here and be catered to. And there's no other beach in the realm that has a lifeguard. That's for sure.
Oh no.
So there are three beaches,
Mhm.
3 primary beaches: black sand, green sand, and pink sand. And the black sand will cure depression temporarily. This is an 8-hour duration. The green sand will cure any mild sickness, so any queasiness, any stomach ailments, any cold, flu. And pink sand just has a rejuvenating factor. So if you wake up feeling sore and tired and your bones are creaking, the pink sand will make you feel younger. Lasts for 8 hours. So it's not something that's going to really extend your life unless you subscribe to the theory that, the slow descent into depression would decrease your lifespan.
Okay. I'm asking because I'm curious as to the difference that it would make to the elders of Matria for this young man to discover the cure for death, or to be able to figure out a way to prolong life, or if they had already had any sort of things that were indicative of a longer life besides the healing waters of the lagoon.
Yeah, no, not really. I mean, this is just a place that attracts people that are looking to retire. It's really what it comes down to. And those people are going to be at the age where living longer would be a huge appeal.
Yeah, it would be a joyful end for him, wouldn't it?
Joyful never end, hopefully.
Joyful and yeah, I was gonna say for it not to end would be joyful. Yeah. Okay, because like it's very interesting to me, right, to have somebody be quote unquote working on the cure for death. So it piques my interest.
There's a lot of money here, so certainly there would be a financial reward if you could cure death. These folks all seem to have made some money in their life. So, and then you've got whatever is happening on this beach. You wonder if it's something that would be part of a study on what is making it have these rejuvenating powers, and is that part of the research?
You also have to wonder on the flip side of it too, like, what part of yourself do you have to sell to achieve everlasting life? Like, every part of existing has an equal but opposite, right? So if you're achieving immortality or elongated life past your natural, the natural time you're supposed to, there's got to be something the universe gets back in return. So, like, are you going to be selling your soul to live a little bit longer or for eternity? Like, is that something that you're willing to part with to achieve that as well? Like, if that is, does that make sense what I'm saying? Like, there's an equal but opposite. So if you're going to receive this gift, nothing in life is free. So you have to pay, not monetarily either, I don't think. That's no amount of money could cost for the universe giving more life than it was meant to give. Because that's out of like the natural order of things. So being outside the natural order is going to require unnatural payment. And I'm almost like concerned that everlasting life is almost equivalent to selling one's soul.
Congratulations to Art, who wins shuffleboard. Limbo contest in 25 minutes.
Oh, the limbo contest. What were you saying, Andromante? You were saying something very profound, I think. Well, I mean, the first thing I thought was the food.
What about the food?
Isn't that a bigger problem than selling the soul?
Well, yes, but it's apples to oranges, two totally different problems. There are still young folks in Matria that need to eat, so obviously it's the more pressing issue. But sometimes I find myself in my age drifting my thoughts into places I never thought they were capable of drifting. And thinking of everlasting life has me drifting on the precipice of, is it worth my soul to do so?
Oh, well, you'll never have to die and worry about any soul in heaven and such business, or the star realms. Or I heard there's a religion that studies the stars and becomes attuned to their very existences. But
yes, I've heard of
this is paradise, but the problem is, what if we can't live in paradise here? What if it becomes we don't have enough food? And it's that wouldn't be fair to the people who retired here. and work
think
so
that's
hard in their lives.
for the younger folks, Handuk. Send them on a mission to investigate the missing fertilizer.
I'm just kind of a youngster around here, you know, but I mean, I think I'm wise for my age. Certainly
Well,
not.
maybe you still have some adventuring under your belt.
Well, if I'm called to serve I have a pretty high action job now. You know, being a professional lifeguard here at the beach.
You know, Handuk, if you decided you wanted to go adventuring again, I would give you my axe. My axe would love to see the days of battle again. And unfortunately, my hip and my back and my shoulder, I just can't swing her anymore.
I'll go into the waters and you'll swing like a little baby minotaur again.
Yes, but I think Lucille would be better suited to a young adventurer.
I would take it up, but yet it is very heavy looking. Let me see it. Let me show you my strength. And you see his little skinny arms come out. His little skinny arms. Hey, oh, is this supposed to be two-handed? Oh,
Yeah, but it's not as heavy as you think it is. It's mined. The metal that makes Lucille is mined deep within the mountains, and it's sharp and light. Well, for me anyway.
If
Hold
you
on,
get 2
let me
arms,
try.
darling, I think he's gonna need 4.
Gladys, am I crazy? Is this thing heavy?
Oh yeah, let me see.
Here, I remember that time you did more push-ups than me, Gladys.
Yeah, Gladys picks the axe up. I don't know. It feels all right. I've always preferred one of these, and she's gonna slap the big iron on her hip. But you know, I could see myself using this. You know, if a job wanted to send a message when I was a younger woman.
Oh wow.
Well, you know, melee weapons are always a little more messy, harder to get away quick. You know,
I don't.
nice for a show.
I don't know. I've never killed anything in my life practically, except a clam or seafood.
Well, it's kind of the same. Just think of a person like a clam.
You pop them open and suck the muscle and the. I guess.
Well, the second part's optional, but pop them open is on the money.
I guess does the clam have a brain?
I don't think clams have brains. But then again, I'm more smart on the battlefield than I am in the science field.
Have you ever seen someone's brains come out of their head?
Lucille's a good weapon.
What color?
Hundreds of times.
What color is the brain?
Have splattered
Now,
out.
if clams had brains, you'd see zombies out here.
Huh? Is that guy coming back with our stuff from the
I'm
car?
here. You see, here's my statue, and here's your sandwiches.
Oh, look at that trophy!
This is
Wow,
This is it, huh?
That's-
Huh?
Mm.
Huh?
And it's made of real gold.
That's right.
It's worth a lot.
That's right. You know, the one they give out is not made of gold. It's made of tin. But you know, I felt so good about it. I decided to have it remade in gold.
Well, with gold won't tarnish as easily.
Yeah, that's right. You got to three-peat. You got to do it. You got to do it right.
Whew.
Only live once.
I'm going to hold the trophy if he lets
Thank
me
you.
hold it.
Oh, thanks for
Then I'm
that.
going to swing it.
Oh yeah.
Swing it. Like, oh, this would make a good club. You could crack heads like clams with this trophy, too.
Delicious.
What do you
get
say?
those Bernie's? How about a Gladys? Can I have a Bernie? For old time's sakes.
And Gladys will fetch out a couple ciggies. Pass one over.
My shift's almost over. I'm ready to party now. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I remember when I was young and partied.
There's only a couple of my little baby lizards out there.
Now, if I have one mug of fermented yak's milk, I have to sleep it off for 3 days.
Congratulations to our chess champion, Archie.
Oh, my Archie! Oh, I'm gonna have to give him some big old sugar. My Archie's a champion! Goodness me. It's Brunchhausen, by the way, sweetie. I know we spell it a little weird with all the funny dots over the U and the O and the E that look connected, but I promise it's Brunchhausen.
That will do it for tonight's festivities, folks. Please make your way to the luau tent. We have a whole hog ready for you.
Oh yeah, it's getting late. We should eat. What is it, like 4:30 in the
Forget
afternoon?
7 a.m. after breakfast, pickleball.
Well, I'm gonna have to go give my Archie a big old trophy.
Yeah,
Right.
tell Archie I said great job. Real good
Oh,
job.
I surely will.
All right. On that note, I'm gonna shut us down. We've played enough with the folks of Matria. That was fun. I liked it. Special thanks to Dookie, Honduki, young spry 57-year-old Honduki.
That was fun, guys.
I might have to
All
make
right,
a character sheet for young Gladys.
young Gladys.
Yeah, the assassin. All right, peace out.
All right, good stuff. Thanks everyone.
All right.
Bye.